What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 177. We start today's episode off by seeing that Merten says he's probably going to be retiring at the end of the year, and we also got some transfer offers here. One for Sam Baldock, 700 grand from Bolton. He's 31 years old, he's only 71 overall. We say give us 800 grand and you can take him. We originally signed him for a free agent, so that was many years ago now, but he can leave if he wants. Also, Espanyol want Michael and Gu. They wanted it for £2.5 million, and I just said no, I'd rather keep him here as a backup striker, really. And also, Southampton said no to the deal for Luke Shaw, so we put in an improved one of £15.5 million plus Britain. And we also saw that Atletico Madrid didn't like the bid we put in for David Alaba, so that's another transfer offer that needs improving. So we offer £16 million plus Britain, and we'll wait and see what they say, because to us, we've still got a decent amount of money left here at the Den, so I definitely feel like there's some more players we could sign if we wish to do so, and left back is the area I'm currently looking at. But we take on Monaco here for our second pre-season friendly, and as you can see, Gu scores in the 33rd minute here, and Gu did get an injury. That really does suck. I tend to get injuries in pre-season friendlies, so that's not a real surprise, but Gu's going to be out for 6 weeks with a broken toe. It's not too bad. He'll miss the start of the season, but it could have been worse, I guess. But we also saw we had a transfer offer there as well for GK, but I'm so glad there's a transfer offer coming in for this guy. Liers want him for 170 grand. We just say yes. He's only 62 overall. He's 22 years old, so maybe some room to grow, but I really don't feel like we should have him, really. He's going to be quite useless to us. And we also saw that the board have came to us and given us our league objective finally. They want us to win the league title. Now, that's a really difficult aim, and it's doable. It is totally doable. As you see that GK gets sold there, it's totally doable. We can win the league title with this amount of money. We've been given £100 million. We will spend a lot of, we've spent a lot of it already. We've improved the defence fantastically. We've improved the whole side attacking as well. The whole team looks very good, very decent. There's no reason why we can't be challenging for the league title. I just think that's one step too far this year. I really do. I think getting into the top four, that should be doable. And I think we should be focusing on that this year instead of going for league titles straight off the bat, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully the board, can sympathise with us, really, if we don't challenge for the league title come the end of the year, because I think it could be very difficult, but we'll have to wait and see. But we took on Roma for the third and final pre-season friendly, and it was funny, Sam Baldock, who was currently on his way to Bolton, ended up scoring a hat-trick, so that was absolutely hilarious, against a decent side like Roma as well. He gets a hat-trick, and also Carrasco got an injury again, the second pre-season in a row. Carrasco's got an injury in a friendly. This time it's only 2 weeks though, so it doesn't matter too much, but even so, Baldock does leave on a high. He scores a hat-trick in a pre-season friendly, then says, well, so this, I'm off to Bolton. So Baldock's gone, I don't mind too much. And also we get a media article here saying that we're predicted to finish 4th place, and as I just said there, I think that's pretty much a reasonable objective for us. I think we can challenge for the title, yes. I do try to be ambitious. I think we can challenge for the title, yes, but I think you'd have to be quite good. Well, obviously you've got to be quite good to win the title, but I think you'd have to be very good for this team, because this is a team, although this is the team we've returned to, it's still a new team, considering how we use Spurs. This is still a new team, really. We jumped ship. So I feel like, if we are going to knock Spurs off the perch, it's going to be a really difficult ask. So I think that finishing in the top 4, Millwall should be happy with that, but we'll have to wait and see. But after that, we got a transfer offer for Shane Ferguson, and we also saw that Southampton have accepted a £16.5 million deal for Luke Shaw plus that random fullback. So we put in we put in a contract of 60 grand a week on a 5-year deal. He's 25 years old, he's 84 overall, looks very decent. And of course, Shane Ferguson here, Everton want him for £2.4 million. We say to Roberto Martinez, give us £2.7 million and you can take him. 76 overall, but he is 29. We of course got him for a free agent all those years ago, and he was okay in a half a season we played with him, but he can leave now, and he's on his way, and he looks like he's going to Everton, which is fine with me. And also Luke Shaw has accepted his contract, so Ferguson's a left-sided player anyway. We've got a new one in Luke Shaw. £16.5 million for this guy, 25 years old, 84 overall, of course. He's valued at 14 million, so yes, a little bit over his valuation there, but as you can see by his stats, he's very good. He is absolutely rapid as well. I didn't think he'd be this quick, but 95 acceleration, 95 sprint speed. 86 stamina, very good. 87 crossing, 83 dribbling, 90 stand tackle. I think that was 88 slide tackle. So yeah, absolute monster at left back. Very happy I got him in. So now we've got Shaw at the left, Danilo on the right, and of course the centre back partnership with Dier and Gutierrez and Liali in goal. And just the side looks fantastic defensively, doesn't it? But we asked the board cheekily for a bit more money, and they said no. That must have been a hilarious conversation. Imagine that in the boardroom. I know you've given us almost £100 million, but I can have some more, please. But of course, they say no to that. And we also decided to ask Spurs if we could take one of our former players, Anthony Wynn, on a loan deal, because he looks quite good, and he was okay at Spurs. In fact, one of the last games we played with Spurs, he ended up scoring a double, scored a couple of goals. He looked quite good as a player. We never really got to develop him, so we'll try and loan him and see how he does. But also we put in a bid for Kevin Bartley of QPR, some random 23-year-old centre-half, looks very good, and also Matthew Wilkinson of Stoke. I'd imagine these players are either new gens or regens, and they look okay. We're waiting to see what Stoke and QPR say, because there's actually not too many centre-halves here at Millwall. Of course, Beavers are retired, and they're only left with like Baker and GK, but we've had to sign Dier and Gutierrez. GK was gone, and now we could do with signing some more centre halves. But Ferguson's gone to Everton for £2.7 million. That's fine. And also Carrasco says he's ready to play in first game of the season, which you'll see in just a moment against Stoke. But we also saw that Peru came into us and said, "Will you manage our nation?" And I was like, "LOL, nope, I'm not interested." And also QPR said they weren't happy with the deal we put in for Kevin Bartley, which is not a real surprise because he's only 23 years old, valued at £10.5 million, got some decent stats. But yeah, we're just looking to spend like all the money, you know. Like I originally thought maybe we'd save quite a bit for January, but now I'm thinking, nah, screw it, let's spend it all. But anyway, here's a look at the squad report as we're about to play our first game of the season. I thought I'd show you the squad report beforehand. Here is a look at the squad report, and you can see how the team looks. We've made a lot of signings. Well, actually, we haven't made too many signings, but we've made a few signings and they've been very, very good. One of the players I'm really happy with, though, is you just saw him there, Scott Triggs. Of course, we promoted Triggsy to the first team, and we only played like half a season with him before we left. And he actually, after we left to Napoli, it looks like he held down a first team place in the side here. That's really, really cool. And of course, because of that, he's been exposed to first team football. He's now up to an 82 overall, so I'm very, very happy with that. And of course, he's the man with no legs, so it's great to see that he's overcome the massive difficulties he's been facing in his life, and he's managed to become a regular member of a Premier League side. So that's fantastic, really. Imagine if he goes on to lift a title with Millwall. That would be a great middle finger there to everyone that doubted him, because of course he was born without significant disability there, the severe disability with no legs. Crazy. But anyway, I can remember the first time I saw him with no legs, couldn't believe it. But anyway, we take on Stoke for the first game of the season here, and after a very decent pre-season, after signing a lot of new players, there was going to be, I think, 5 new players in the squad, so I was really excited for this. And the first chance to game was actually fought in the 31st minute here, as Danny Ings gets on the ball and rolls it out wide to Kelvin, who goes down the right hand side. Some nice piece of skill here as we mess around with the ball. So glad to have the 5-star skills of Kelvin here, swinging across, but unfortunately Danny Ings' shot is well saved by the goalkeeper, and it is cleared away by Stoke, and his chance ends up coming to nothing. But it's still 0-0. But in the 41st minute here, Gutierrez wins a header, and it comes to John Joe Anderson. Anderson finds Dongu. Nice little step over here as he goes down the left hand side, plays the ball forward. It's a real scrappy piece of defending by Stoke, and it falls to Danny Ings. And in the 42nd minute, Danny Ings scores the first goal of the season, and yeah, a very decent finish as well. Really scrappy piece of defending by Stoke there, but Ings gets the goal, and it's 1-0 to Millwall. And in the 44th minute, just before half time, Dongu gets on the ball here, back heels it to Luke Shaw down the left hand side here. Nice little agile run here to get himself inside and out down the left flank. Really good chance, swings in across towards Danny Ings, looking for his second goal. It falls to Kelvin. The first shot is saved, but it falls to Danny Ings, and Ings puts the ball into the back of the net. 2 goals in quick succession for Danny Ings, and that makes it Stoke 0, Millwall 2 as he dives over the corner flag, Sheffy Kuchi style there. So very good finish by Ings there, and it's 2-0 to Millwall, both goals by Ings. Very pleased with that. And on the hour mark, Eric Diaz strikes his free kick, but the goalkeeper has quite a simple save really. However, we did have a corner, and from the corner it's crossed in by Shaw, I think it was, or possibly Anderson, and the header is well saved by the goalkeeper, and it's still 2-0. But in the 79th minute here, Stoke were looking for a route back into the game, and down the right hand side. Dawson crosses the ball in, but Juice header is fantastically saved by Liali, making his debut here. So great stop by Liali. Of course, he's taken McCarthy out the side, so very good save there by our goalkeeper. And from the corner, it's Dawson who crosses the ball in towards Ninkov here, and his header is brilliantly saved by Liali again. So I'm very happy we brought Liali in, because he's made a very good debut as things stand. A couple of very good saves in quick succession there. So 2 good saves by Liali, and again from the corner it's the same game plan. Dawson towards Ninkov, who heads it, but this time it's cleared off the line by the man with no legs, Scott Triggs. And we also saw that Luke Shaw got a little bit of a knock there, but thankfully he could continue with the game. It was just a bit of a knock. But in the 84th minute here, Stoke were desperate to get themselves a consolation goal if nothing else, and as Thomas goes down the left hand side, he beats his man, plays it through to Taylor, nice reverse pass, crosses the ball in, and Johansson's header takes the deflection offshore, loops over Liali, and it can't be cleared off the line by Melander. So unfortunately Stoke do get themselves a goal back here, but as the game was being closed out, there was no room for anything else. You can see this header was so unlucky for Liali, because it took a bit of a deflection offshore, looped over our goalkeeper, who was desperate for a clean sheet. Unfortunately it was taken away from him, but as you can see we won the game by 2-1. It was just a consolation for Stoke. So a winning start on our return to the Den, even though it's away at Britannia Stadium, but a winning start on our return to Millwall anyway, and I'm very pleased with that. And as always guys, big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.